Hey guys, and welcome to the video. We're going to be discussing Daredevil Born Again, the upcoming Disney Plus show, and reports indicating that its writers and directors have been fired. So let's dive into this Marvel news. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and stay up to date with all the movie and streaming news we have going on around here, guys. So guys, we're going to take a look at this article here from Cosmic Book News. Daredevil Born Again getting rebooted, scoop confirmed. Marvel and Kevin Feige have fired the head writers and directors. Yeah, guys, so it's kind of crazy. It's almost as if, like, the reboot is getting a reboot. Because, obviously, this is, like, a soft reboot of the Netflix Daredevil show. And it seems like they were going down a path that, obviously, Marvel and, you know, the head honchos over at Marvel weren't happy with. And it looks like they're going back to the drawing board. They've got rid of the head writers and directors. It looks like they're retooling the Daredevil show back to more in line what it was with the Netflix show. But anyway, guys, let's lean into the article and see if we can learn a little bit more about what is going on. So, my Comic-Con insiders are once again 100% right, as now it is indeed confirmed, Daredevil Born Again is getting reset and rebooted. Vanity just confirmed my scoop about Warner Bros. Discovery getting sold to Universal. By the way, guys, made a video about that. I'll put a little link at the top of the screen so you can go over and look at my video of Warner Bros. Potentially being sold to Universal. And now the Hollywood Reporter confirms exactly what I said about Daredevil Born Again. While I was sat at Comic-Con over the summer, Marvel insiders filled me in on how the show is a complete disaster and how following the strike, Kevin Feige would be retooling Daredevil Born Again. I was told they were fixing the series to bring it more in line with the popular Netflix series and away from the likes of the goofy appearance in She-Hulk. Marvel fans are fed up with the goofy MCU, and Marvel and the failure of Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania was a big wake-up call. So, Marvel fires head writers and directors. Regarding what THR has to say, big changes are in store for Daredevil Born Again. The site reports prior to the strike, fewer than half of the 18 episodes were filmed, and then Marvel execs, including Kevin Feige, reviewed the footage. They didn't like what they saw at all. Quote, "The show wasn't working," states the article. Yeah, guys, so it looks like, as it was just saying, they've filmed half of the episodes. There's 18 episodes in the series, I believe, and they filmed less than half, so they've probably done it like 6 or 7. And they obviously were very, very unhappy with the state of the show, the trajectory that it was going down, the kind of the tone possibly, and they're going to retool it, which is good because Marvel should not put out a show if they do not feel happy with it. You know, they shouldn't just put out, they shouldn't just throw spaghetti at the wall, see what sticks. That's a really bad principle. Obviously, DC have been doing that for years, and just look where that's gotten them. So they know they've got an amazing actor. They've got a really, really popular character in Daredevil. They don't want to mess it up, which is absolutely, fair enough. I mean, you look how popular the Netflix show of Daredevil was. It was probably one of the most popular things on Netflix. People still talk about the show to this day because of how amazing it was. And it looks like, they don't, they need to live up to what was set as the standard on Netflix. So as Feige and Marvel didn't like the show in its current state, THR says that in late September, Marvel got rid of the head writers, Chris Ord and Matt Corman. Furthermore, it's reported the directors for the remainder of the series have also been let go. So the head writers and directors have been fired by Marvel, which according to THR, is part of a significant creative reboot of the series. Marvel is now looking for new writers and directors for Daredevil Born Again. So like I said, guys, we don't really see this very often. It's a reboot of the reboot. So Daredevil Born Again was a reboot of the Netflix show, and now it looks like Daredevil Born Again is being rebooted from what they've already started doing with it. So a reboot within a reboot, which is kind of crazy. But like I keep saying, guys, any studio, if they're not happy with the quality of a show or a movie, do not put it out. Retool it, spend a little bit more money on it, make sure the standard is there. Don't depreciate your IP and your characters if you're not happy with the quality of what you're putting out. So, the new direction. Again, THR states exactly what I was told, in that Daredevil Born Again will get a new direction to line up the series more with the Netflix show. That's absolutely a good idea. That's what they should do. People are so used to the tone and the kind of, the tonality of the Netflix show of Daredevil. So if you watch 3 seasons of that Netflix Daredevil show, and then you come into, the Marvel version of Daredevil, and the tone is completely different, it's going to throw you off. It's going to be really jarring to the audience. People aren't going to like it. All they're going to do is compare it to the Netflix show. and you're just going to get fans on one side or fans on one side or the other, and it's going to divide the fans, and people are going to be arguing over which version of Daredevil is better. So with Daredevil's new direction, Marvel hopes to right the ship on the project with sky-high expectations. The show is Marvel's first to feature a hero who already had a successful series on Netflix, running 3 seasons, but sources say that Corman and Ord crafted a legal procedural that did not resemble the Netflix version, known for its action and violence. Yeah, guys, so I made a video recently saying that about Daredevil basically not showing up in his own show, that it's going to be more of more of the character without the costume, like a legal drama. And I'm not sure that people want to see a legal drama, from a Daredevil show. That's definitely not what people tune in for. But rumors are right. Just recently, I also saw the rumor about the show not featuring Charlie Cox in the Daredevil suit, which THR also confirms. Cox didn't even show up in costume until the 4th episode. Marvel, after greenlighting the concept, found itself needing to rethink the original intention of the show. Yeah, one of the things I said in my video about Daredevil not being featured in the episodes was the fact that, imagine if you spend money to sign up to Disney Plus to watch Daredevil, you sit down, you get all excited, you put the first episode on, and then you get to the end of the first episode, and then Daredevil doesn't even show up. He's not even in costume. And then from what it says here, he doesn't suit up until the 4th episode. So you're going to have to watch 3 episodes without Daredevil in it, but you're watching the show. It's called Daredevil. You expect to have Daredevil in the episodes, Yeah, kind of crazy. The rumor also added part of the plot revolves around how corrupt police officers use the Punisher logo, which leads to Daredevil, and likely John Berthel's Punisher taking action. It's also pointed out that Marvel plans to keep some of the scenes and episodes that have been filmed, though other serialized elements will be injected, with Corman and Ord becoming executive producers on 2-season series. Okay, Marvel brand is suffering. THR continues by mentioning how the Marvel brand has been suffering. Disney CEO Bob Iger confirmed a Marvel pullback. Yeah, absolutely. Anybody who's been looking at movie news over the last, year, 2 years, maybe even 3 years, you can't help but see that the Marvel, the Disney brand, not just Marvel, Disney as a whole, their Star Wars brand, their Marvel brand, their live action remakes, they're just suffering in general. People are fed up with the kind of the woke stuff that's being interjected into these shows, like the race swapping and all this kind of stuff, the political messages. People just don't want it. People want their entertainment just to be fun, just to be a good time. And they don't want all these different kind of woke things popping up in their shows and all this kind of stuff. And obviously Disney has suffered for it. You look at the quality of what they put out with their Star Wars shows on Disney Plus. People haven't enjoyed it so much. Mando Season 3 wasn't received well. Book of Boba Fett wasn't received well. Ahsoka's just come out. That wasn't received that well. And, the live action remakes are, controversy bound as well. So it's Disney as a whole, to be honest. Marvel series have recently faced creative challenges and cries for diminishing returns from critics and audience metrics, causing a major shift at the studio to make TV shows the more traditional way, states the site. Marvel's head of streaming, television, animation, Brad Winderbaum, is quoted as saying, "We're trying to marry the Marvel culture with traditional television culture. It comes down to how we can tell stories in television that honors what's so great about the source material." Exactly. When you're doing, comic book characters, always go back to the source material. Take what you need from the source material. Don't take liberties. Don't change stuff so much that, it's not even recognizable from the source material. That kind of really annoys me. So this whole thing with Snow White, getting rid of the dwarves and, all this kind of stuff. You're changing the source material so much that it's not even Snow White. You're just calling it Snow White just so you can use the IP, just so you can use the name, rather than calling it something original. But it doesn't look like they're doing that with Daredevil. It looks like they've caught on to the fact that they need to keep the quality, which is good. I'm glad that they've managed to do that. My Comic-Con insiders also filled me in that Kathleen Kennedy wasn't fired from Lucasfilm. Kevin Feige and AI, Zack Snyder's Flashpoint connecting to Man of Steel, and Superman and Lois Season 4 being a disaster. That show's quite good, guys. If you haven't seen Superman and Lois, I recommend going to watch it. It's quite a good little show. It is. It's not the best thing ever, but it's quite a good show, so I recommend watching that if you haven't seen it. But yeah, guys, so it's just like another video, small article about Daredevil, and it looks like, you know, we've just seen so many reports over the last week or so confirming that Marvel isn't happy with the way the show is turning out. They've got rid of the writers and directors now, and it looks like they're retooling the whole show. So like I keep saying, it's a reboot within a reboot, which is kind of funny when you think about it. But it's good that they've managed to sort of halt the production. They've managed to think to themselves, nope, we're going to keep the quality high, and we're not going to put out, you know, a load of rubbish if we don't believe it's good enough, which is the good attitude to have from a film studio, of course. But yeah, guys, jump into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. Are you excited for the Daredevil Born Again series? Do you not really care about it? Are you glad that they're, you know, keeping the quality high? I definitely am. Thanks for watching so much, and I will see you soon.